Hey FlossTube, it's Megan, Georgia Girl Stitching, here with FlossTube number 23. It is Monday, April 4th, 2022, and I'm a little late. I kind of missed all of March, but life has been a little insane lately, so, and will continue to be. But we are back for my update since, oh, sorry, Tanky's allergies have gotten to him. He's having just as much allergy issues as his parents are. Auburn, Alabama is covered in yellow, and it is not, no one is safe from it, apparently according to Tanky. So we, sorry, bless you. So anyway, that gives a little indication. He has been a baby these past few weeks. We found out that he actually has a hypothyroidism. And so we've been dealing with that, getting him on medication, and he's like waking up. It's like the same dog, but waking up. He's not as lazy as he has been, but yeah, we're just, dog parents through and through. But anyway, so sorry if you hear him sneezing back there and walking around. We have a call into the vet to see if there's anything we should be doing for that eye. One of his eyes clearly is more affected than the other. But anyway, you're not here to hear about my dog, as much at least. What else has been going on? So last time I saw you, or was here at least, we did go up to Norfolk / Portsmouth / Suffolk, that whole area, to go apartment hunting. So we decided that with how much is unknown over the next couple of years, to just go ahead and rent an apartment, and kind of go back to apartment life for a little while and get to know the area and get to get a little bit more settled in his residency, and then we'll kind of look into buying a house or renting a bigger house. But we found a great apartment. It's technically in Suffolk, but it is directly between Newport News and Portsmouth, if that gives any indication. So we're kind of northeast Suffolk. So it'll be a 20-minute commute for me and a 15-minute commute for him. So we're really fortunate to have found an apartment that has the exact move-in date that we wanted, the right price, and we're just really excited about it. And it's great to kind of get to know the area too and kind of explore, and it just looks like a great place to live. So we're really excited about that. There is a cross-stitch shop. Thank you all to everyone who gave me some advice on that. I'm really excited to go. We did not have a chance to go while we were there. We didn't fly in until halfway on Saturday, and then I think they're closed on Sunday, and then we had to leave Monday. So the timing just didn't work out. But I'm sure I will be there a lot over the next few years. So really excited about that. We're only 30 minutes away from Virginia Beach, so I'm especially excited about that. But yeah, so we're getting ready for this new adventure. And we're just starting to get prepared for that. The packing is, well, right now we're in the purging stage, and then we're gonna get to the packing stage. And David moves out at the end of May, and I join him at the end of June. So I'm gonna be actually moving back in with my parents for a little while because I take my boards in Atlanta. So he's gonna move up ahead of me, and then I will join him when I'm done taking boards. Also, that was kind of the end of February, and then March was a lot. It was the end of my block, my last normal block of classes, so finals and getting through all of that. I'm officially done with normal didactics, which is crazy. So my normal classes are over, and we've entered dedicated time for board studying. We still have a few requirements we have to go to, and we still have they don't leave us completely alone. But I don't have the normal everyday classes, exams 3 times a week. That's all done, which is so hard to believe. 2 years goes by so quickly. But during my last block break, one of my girlfriends had her bachelorette party. So we went to Asheville for the weekend and celebrated her. She was actually a bridesmaid in my wedding, and I'm a bridesmaid now in hers. So we did that, and then I had 2 days home to do laundry and repack, and then I met up with my best friend Maddie, who lives in North Dakota right now, and probably will forever. She just got engaged back in January, and she's the one who I made the North Dakota cross stitch for. So I'll insert a picture here of giving it to her. She absolutely loved it. Really, she's always really appreciated my cross stitching life. So I loved giving that to her. Her fiance was out of town, so I wasn't able to see him, but we sent pictures and he seemed to really love it too. So we had a great time. I was there Wednesday and then came back late last night. So I was just like, today is kind of my Sunday. But yeah, we had an amazing time. She's currently living in Grand Forks, but she works in Fargo. So we kind of did a little bit back and forth, and we went wedding dress shopping, and I got to meet all of her new friends, and so it just was a great time. It was so nice to be there for a relatively extended period of time as well. I miss her already. Traveling was crazy. I did not expect to have a winter weather delay on April 3rd. That was weird to me. Minneapolis was a little bit of a mess, last night at least, and so was Atlanta, but because of the winter weather happening in the world. But we, I wore sweaters and coats the whole time. I was just here, it's 80 something degrees and bright and sunny, and it was not there. So it was kind of funny going back and forth, but it was snowing in Minneapolis when my flight came in, and my flight to Atlanta got delayed an hour because of winter weather. We had to de-ice, and a little bit of a mess, but we did eventually get home and it all worked out. But even like Atlanta, I've never traveled flying through Atlanta airport on a Sunday evening. Do not recommend unless you really have to. It was a madhouse, and I know like there's a lot of people coming back like me and people going out for work, and or coming in for work. Like it was a mess. Like it took an hour to get my luggage off the plane. Like they did half of the luggage arrived at the carousel when it was supposed to. Well, no, it still arrived 15 minutes late. And then the other half just did not come. Even to the point the carousel like turned off. Like, and all of us are like, where's the other half of this luggage? And it was a fully packed plane. And 45 minutes later, it turned back on, and our carousel, the rest of our luggage came. So I don't know what happened to that cart. It took a detour around the whole airport, it seems like. And then there's just luggage everywhere. I mean, just abandoned luggage all over the place. So it was a little bit of a mess last night, but we didn't have any trouble getting back home. David picked me up from the airport last night, so no issues. But yeah, I was not expecting that in April. I'm not used to that. So, but I have done quite a bit of stitching. It has been my, as always, my calm down time and turn brain off time in the evenings. So I have continued with that, and I actually have quite a bit to show you. So right after I filmed last time, WhipGo was called shortly after, and I am doing WhipCo, which is the brainchild of Jessie Marie. And so I have those, and then WhipGo has already been called again, so I'll show you those, and then a couple other random things. But that's kind of been my life. Other random updates, I am still selling those Floss Tags, and I actually have a sale going through the end of this month. It might extend more, but definitely through the end of this month, where all the sets that are on my Instagram page are $5 for US and $7 for international. So I brought them down to $3 each. So there's still quite a few on there. So if you're interested in trying those, thank you to all who have bought them and for the patience on some of them. So overall, it's worked out really well. So I really appreciate the support on that. And I hope to post some more this month too. I have a few more things that I want to post. So keep an eye out on there too. And I'll link that, or I'll write down it's just Georgia Girl Floss Tags on Instagram, but I'll put that in the description box below as well. And then I also had a few people contribute to the Buy Me a Coffee. So I just want to publicly thank you as well for that. Really appreciate that. Some of them where I'd given the Autumn Harvest conversion for the Hello from Liz Matthews Quaker Pumpkins. So as a thank you. So I really appreciate that. Coffee is going to be drank as much as water is around here, if not more, for the next few months. So I definitely appreciate it. And so yeah, I think those are all of my big previous updates for now. So I guess I can get into the stitching. The first big thing is I do have a finish, which is not going to happen very much this year. So I'm really excited about it. It was the March WhipGo was Summer at the Shore by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I had like a good bit done, but I wasn't like close to a finish, but I had as my goal to finish it. And I was like, I want to get this done. So I became pretty monogamous with this over March. Like almost every day would put in at least a few stitches. I'm stitching it on 36 count Pearl by Mystic Fabrics, and I do stitch 2/2 on 36 count. I just like I like the fuller coverage for mine. And I started this on October 13th, which is the Navy's birthday, and I'll explain why. And then I finished it on March 22nd. So here it is, Mr. Seagull. And I started this to commemorate David's time at ODS, Navy Officer Development School, that he went to over the summer. He was there for about 5 or 6 weeks, and in Newport, Rhode Island. And he has quite a few stories about seagulls. They were not their good friends there, and like had visibly got into a fight with some of their chiefs. So there's a lot of funny stories. The symbol for their class became the seagull head. Well, skull, but it's fine. So I saw this pattern and I was like, I have to. It's got the ship for the Navy, the lighthouse, the seagull, the water, like it just is perfect. It looked very nautical, very Newport, Rhode Island kind of nautical. So I did make a few changes. Actually, I kitted this up when I was at Keepsakes last time, so I had the Keepsakes girls helping me out with some of these color changes. I changed the red to licorice red, which is, what is that one? I don't have that written down. It's one of the main dyers. And then I did turn the lighthouse, so this is usually all white for the light, and I did changed 2 of them to be yellow, so it looks like the lighthouse is on. Whenever there's a lighthouse in the pattern, I always want to make it look like it's on. And then the water, I changed the colors, so one of the colors was variegated and the other 2 were DMC, so I turned them all to variegated. So the dark one stayed the same. I forget which that one was, but that one stayed the same. And the other 2, I changed to Classic Colorworks, Tyler Boy Blue, and Blue Beadboard, both from Classic Colorworks. That worked out really well. I added a little, it's probably not gonna get into focus. I have it on my Instagram page if you wanna see a close-up picture, but I put a little anchor right there in sulky blue. I don't know the number, but it's the only sulky I have is what's kitted up in my Memorial Day from Hands On Design. So I just pulled blue from there and added that. And then for the same thing, I put all of David's information from ODS on the little pole here, and I used the sulky white from that pattern as well. So it says Ensign, David Axford, ODS 21070, which is his number, Newport Island, summer of 2021. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun to kind of personalize it for him. I don't know how we're gonna finish it. I had an idea, but he's talking about potentially framing it. So we'll kind of see what he ends up doing, but really happy it's done. This is, and the designer's Cottage Garden samplings. This was part of her series last year, I believe. So kind of from a distance, but very happy with it. Last time I showed you guys, I had the seagull and the pedestal done. So I did the water, the starfish, the ship, and the lighthouse last month to finish it off. Super happy with it. So yeah, so that was my finish, and a whip go, check. And then I finished that on the 22nd, and so I had kind of like this interval time. I didn't feel like working on my other whip go piece because I wouldn't have really been able to finish that goal, and I just didn't feel like working on it. I don't even remember what it was at this point. But we had like 5 more days before the next whip go numbers were called. So I was kind of going through my pile of whips and was like, what do I feel like working on for the next few days? And I was like, well, I already have this out, so let's go ahead and just keep working on it. So I actually kept working on Memorial Day by Hands On Design. This was fully kitted and gifted to me by Jen at Keepsakes. I even still have floss on it. So I worked on this. This is on 32 count Lugana Cornflower by Fiber on a Whim. And this is where I'm at on it. So I started this 2020. And And I don't think I worked on it at all last year. So I really wanted to make sure I worked on it this year. My Whip Go goal for this year is to finish it. So what I worked on this time is I got the blue and the flag done on the second flag over those few days. And I'm starting to work on the red. And then mine was also from Jen and Lenny. But this is all in Sulky. It's the Sulky pack that she curated for this pattern. And I love it. Do I have a picture? Yes. No. I only have my working copy in here right now. I'll insert a picture of what the final pattern will look like. But basically what's left is the second flag, the third flag. There's another flag right here. And then there's grass and flowers down at the bottom. So when it is called, he'll definitely need some love. But I love the Sulky. It's the equivalent of 2 DMC. So you don't have to, it's like working with one strand, but gets the coverage of 2. So really enjoy doing that. Really enjoyed working on that. And then my other main whip that I've done a lot of progress on over the last month or so, month and a half, is I, of course, have always been working on patchwork. So when so Patchwork by Jan Hoopman, I am doing a conversion to beach colors, water. And I am, of course, always obsessed with this. I work on it every chance I get. The main reason I picked Memorial Day over patchwork for those few days is because I can't travel with patchwork. It's too big, it's too much. It's not a travel piece. So I wanted to work on something that I could travel with, so I took it to Atlanta and to the batch party and stuff like that. I didn't work on it very much that weekend, but I had it for like cars and stuff. So but I can't travel with this, so that's why I chose that. But then when we got back, Monday and Tuesday, I worked on patchwork again before I left for Fargo. And then just randomly throughout the month if I just wanted to get a few stitches in. So I've actually you probably have seen this already if you are on my Instagram, but I've made quite a bit of progress since the last video. And here's where we're at. So I'll do it from a distance and then show you what I've worked on. So this is on 46 count flax. And last year I completed the white and tan. And I'll insert a picture of the original. You probably have already seen what a picture of the original looked like. And then this is a Sal with Brandie, who I'll link her Instagram, and it's #ProjectHappinessSal. But I am in love, obsessed. All right, I'll come in closer. So since last time I have done, this one is Really Tealy from Classic Colorworks. This is Blue Topaz from, Weeks Dye Works. And these were gifts from me, from Shannon, so thank you so much. They are gorgeous and worked out super well. And then this is Color and Cotton Verditer Blue. I have it on my Instagram if you're curious. And then I came back up here, and this is Color and Cotton Patagonia. This is Color and Cotton Patagonia. It's kind of a lighter, but I really like how it sits up there. And then this one is Color and Cotton Robin's Egg. And this will kind of fill in like a flower. So this petal is going to be repeated all the way around. And this is Color and Cotton Bermuda. Robin's Egg Bermuda. A lot of Color and Cotton. Her colors just fit perfectly for this. So really enjoying working with those Color and Cotton pieces, but I am just, it's so pretty. I love working on it. Each one of these, they don't take very long. Like so far the average among these and up here, like it's about 400 to 500 stitches. And it's 1/2, but I can do 2-hand with this because I have a Kay's Creation lap stand. So I do 2-hand and it just goes so quickly. It's in Pattern Keeper and I just love it. Like I think I knocked this one out in like an hour and a half. Like it just doesn't. So I'm able to get done quickly. I'm about to cross off my Whip Go goal because I had 12 motifs for the year on the teal. And this one right here will be number 12. So when this is done, technically this whip goal is complete, but I will not be stopping working on it. Especially over these next few months, it's so easy, like just because I keep it on my lap stand on my dresser, and I just, whenever in the evening, this is a lot easier to work on in the evening for like 20 minutes, you know? So I love it. I'm excited to keep, this is gonna be a constant, you know, a constant monthly thing that you'll hopefully see every month. So next time this will be done, and then I don't know where I'm gonna go from here. I really don't wanna move the Q-snap. It's like placed so well. So I think I'm just gonna kind of keep filling in. I know there's a huge one right here, really big one. So I might come down and do this one next, fill in this area, and then I'm just gonna keep filling in so I don't have to move the Q-snap. There's 3 more motifs above this one. There's 3 more up. Tanky, it's okay. It's okay. There's 3 more above that, and then 3 more this way, but yeah, 4 more this way. 3? There's a few more. So I'm excited. So I'll probably like come here and then come back here until I run out of teal, because this is as far as the teal goes on this diagonal. It kind of will go like this. And so the next one here is going to be the dark blue, which is the next, and I don't want to do that yet because I want to get all the teal in and then bring out all my dark blues that I have and kind of confirm and kind of reevaluate like I did with the teals after I finished this. Just make sure the colors all play well together now once they're stitched. That's kind of my plan with this one, is finish this and then come down here and then maybe come back up here, or maybe at that point I'll be ready to move it. I don't know, but I love it. I love having like it all in one Q-snap, but okay, enough of that one. I love looking at it. I have it on my dresser and I just like occasionally just like look up and look at it, but love that. And then last whip, this is what I brought so before I left Fargo, we had Whip Go called. So I brought this to North Dakota with me, well, in Grand Forks, so North Dakota. And she and I, we would like do stuff and then we would come back and like relax and watch TV. We binged the entire second season of Bridgerton. It's amazing. I love it. My friend Claire here had said that it was, you know, she had loved it and it was totally worth it, because I was a little nervous about like if the second season was going to be as good as the first. And I think it is as good. It's just different. It's a different kind of good, you know, but it is totally worth it. So highly recommend Bridgerton. Love it. So I've stitched on this while watching Bridgerton and other things. We watched Fargo because you gotta watch Fargo when you're in North Dakota. That one I could have gone my whole life without seeing, but it's fine. It's good. I can check it off the list. It was just very weird. It's a very weird movie. Anyways, so stitched a lot, thankfully. And this is Whip Go Call, and it is Celebrate Christmas by Madame Chantilly. And my goal for this one is to finish this middle tray. So last time you saw it, I had the tray done, just the physical tray. This ornament, Santa and his gifts. That's all that was done. And so my Whip Go goal is to finish one tray, and I've chosen that that's going to be this tray because I already have Santa and his gifts done. So I was working on that, and this is where I'm at. I have Rudolph and a Christmas tree. So it's on 40 count water green. I'm doing it with one strand of it's all DMC, except I have made a few changes because I can't not. The red and the white are Etoile. Just white Etoile, and then 8, hold on, I have it right here. I always forget if it's 815 or 816. 816. 816 for the red. So everything that's red or white is going to be in the Etoile. The white's not showing up as much, but the red, you can really see Santa sparkling in the ornament. And then we got Rudolph's nose all red. So I have a lot done on this. The only part that I have left of the tray is just the holly right here. And then this Whip Go goal is done. So really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if I probably won't work on this. Once I finish this goal, I'll probably put it away for this month. But I'll definitely pull this out like at Christmas time in December. So I'll get more on this in December. This is a needle miner from Owl Forest Embroidery. And yeah, I don't know if I'll go up or down once I finish this tray, but I do love it. I do love it. So excited about that. And I'm excited because it looks like she's going to be continuing the tray series. Not as frequent probably as she was, but because she officially had, when Celebrate Winter came out a year ago, she had one tray for every season, winter, summer, fall, and then she had a tray for one holiday within each of those seasons. It's just Christmas, Halloween, Easter, 4th of July. So she kind of had two for each, and she was like, when Celebrate Winter came out, she said, this is it, this is the end of the series. And then she released last month, Celebrate Love, and it was a tray for like Valentine's Day. So super excited. And I think I'm really excited to see if with what Elizabeth and Can Stitch, I was watching her video, and she was saying she's gonna try and make it kind of like her wedding themed. So I'm really excited to see what she ends up doing with that. I love that idea. I like making these personalized, because there's a lot of motifs on there, and changing them to what fits you and your aesthetic, and I just love that. So like and that also inspired me too, because I don't know if I would necessarily do an entire tray for Valentine's Day, but making it wedding themed, like that's a really sweet way of doing that, because then it's more, you can make it personalized to what your wedding looked like and whatnot. So anyways, I loved that idea. But that's all of my whips. And then the other whip go call, I'll go ahead and show you. The other whip go number for me is Let's Do Wine from Ursula Michael Imaginating. I fell in love with this when Pam was stitching it from Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. I was in Cincinnati when she finished that. She was working on it and finishing it, and I just fell in love with it and had to get it for myself. I will go ahead and say I am not going to be doing this grape border here. I just don't think it needs it. And also I don't know how I'm going to finish it, and I just don't want to have like a stark border around it like that. Just depending on how I want to finish it. But I will be doing these grapes in the corner. I started this in 2020, worked on it for about an hour, and have not picked it up since. And it's shameful, and I hate it, and I want to work on it. So that's not the right tag. I don't know where that's in there. Okay, so this is where I'm at on it. Literally the word wine. And my whip go goal for this is to finish this year. So obviously I have quite a long way to go. But it's mostly backstitch. The part that's gonna take the longest are those grapes. But it's like, you can see it's like mostly backstitching, or it's all backstitching for the words, and then the grapes. But I'm hoping that once I can get started, it'll go quickly with the backstitching. The fabric is, I forgot to write that on the fabric. Should be easy fix. Let's Do Wine. From 32 count, it doesn't have a name. That's why I can't remember it. It's from Fortnite Fabrics. I was part of their Fabric of the Month Club in 2020, I believe, maybe 2019. I was living in Cincinnati when I was part of the club, and this was just one of their colors. It didn't have a name. It was just the Fabric of the Month. So I love it though. It's like the perfect, I need to see if this became part of their normal line, because it's like this perfect aged parchment kind of look, which I thought was perfect for wine, kind of that antique vintageness. So love it. So yeah, I'm excited to work on this. So I'm going to start working on this one once I finish the tray for Madame Chantilly. And I keep it in my wine bag made by my mom, which is just perfect for it. I love her bags. I want more, Mom. I always want more. But yes, I actually currently don't need more. I have like the perfect, well, unless I like convert it, but I technically have enough project bags for all of my current projects, but there's always more. But yes, so that's what I'll be working on as part of my plans, along with celebrate Christmas, finish that, continue with patchwork as usual, and pack and study for boards. So those are kind of my goals for April and May. I don't know when my next video will be. I'm hoping end of April, like normal. The craziness doesn't really happen until May. After my April video, I don't know when my next video will be, because we'll be moving and I'll be taking, so I take my boards. I have to take 2 tests, because I take the MD test, which is step 1, and then I also take the DO test, which is level 1. So I have to take 2. Well, I don't have to. I'm choosing to. So, because I'm technically at a doctor of osteopathy school, but it's recommended that you also take the MD test as well. So I'm doing both. I take the step 1 June 10th and the level 1 June 17th, which is my birthday. So yay, turning 26 while taking medical boards. How appropriate. It's fine. So then I move up, and then I'll move up. So my next video might not be until June after that, but we'll just see. That's too far away for me to choose to think about. So I'm trying to think of anything else imperative. I do have haul. I mean, I should probably go into that. I've been good. I've been trying to be good because a lot coming up, but I am still part of the Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month and Floss of the Month. And these were the flosses from March. So you guys probably seen these already, but Shamrock, Vermilion, Carrot, Celery, and Banana. It's just a really nice March, perfect for any kind of St. Patrick's Day or spring. Just really nice set there. So really happy with that. And I don't have a lot of these colors actually. So I can't wait for April to see what happens with those. And then the fabric I got, of course I had to drop something. Ophelia. And I get both 32 count and 40 count. Sorry, I did not have these out of the bags yet. Y'all, my brain's gonna be, you probably don't want me doing many more videos because it's just gonna be more and more scattered. Okay, so we have 40 count and 32 count. And these are the difference. But they're both gorgeous. I just love, like I say every time, I love seeing the difference in like how fabrics dye. So this is the 40 count. Just a really nice neutral. Not a whole lot to it, but I mean, just, it's almost like a platinum, but just a little bit more yellow. It's just a really nice, and then the 32 count is a little bit different, but not much. So yeah, just a really nice neutral, which I always need more of as well. So dark and light. So yeah, love Color and Cotton. Wish I could be part of all of the things. And then, and then I also bought a few patterns from Ukrainian Etsy designers. Jan Hicks, well, a lot of people were talking about it, but I first heard it from Jan Hicks Creates about the hashtag Stitch for Ukraine and buying patterns from Etsy designers who are from Ukraine to help support them during this extremely difficult time. And so she had posted a few that she had already found, so I started with those, and I did find a pattern that I absolutely fell in love with. This is a sailboat, and I'll put pictures because I don't have hard copies, but a sailboat from MiKa Stitch, and absolutely love it. I already bought the fabric for it. I don't know when I'm gonna start it, but I do plan to. Maybe I'm thinking birthday start potentially with that one. And actually she has a couple other patterns that I absolutely love and I regret not buying in the moment, but it would have been outside of my budget in that moment, so I didn't. But these are, and I'll post pictures, but these are part of her Compass series. The artwork is such that it's based on artwork that she has converted to cross stitch with as a collaboration with the designer. So she talked about in her Etsy, she has decided though her Etsy shop is now closed. I don't know the exact reasons, but she has decided to close her Etsy shop. So, but she does say if you have her on Instagram or email, then you can send money other ways, including just PayPal. You can just directly pay her on PayPal. And then she has a couple other international ways, like PaySend, I think was one of them. But send her that way, and then she'll email you the patterns. But you need to contact her first so she knows which patterns you're purchasing. I have her on Instagram, and I've actually already reached out to her because I want to buy these patterns, and that I just received that information. So I have not actually done this myself yet, but I plan to for these compass patterns. But I'll put her Instagram name below, and if you just direct message her or email her if you're interested in any of her patterns. Her Facebook or her Instagram page has pictures of a lot of her patterns, because I know you can't see them on her shop right now on Etsy, but she was a very quick response, really sweet person. She actually commented on I posted when I bought the sailboat, she actually commented on it. So I really like her. And then I did buy a pattern from Stitchy Princess on Etsy. I know other floss tubers have talked about her as well. I know they're in a particularly difficult situation. So if you see anything you're interested in, or not so much, just want to support, I know it would be very well appreciated. And this is the pattern I bought. I think it's just called Winter. I heard, who was I watching today? I think Seazook Stitch. I think it was Carolyn. She was saying, and I'm sorry if it wasn't her, but I've watched a few people today, but I'm pretty sure it was Carolyn. She was saying though that she learned if you buy more than $20 worth of patterns, make sure you download them immediately, because if you don't, then that money doesn't get sent to the sellers, which blows my mind. But apparently, I know there's been a lot of issues with Etsy and their policies, but apparently if you spend more than $20 and you don't download them immediately, Etsy will not send the money to the designer. So make sure you do that, or make it separate purchases if you don't want to download them immediately. Maybe don't do it all as $20 in that one transaction. I don't know, and I don't know why that's the case, but that's what she said. So I thought I would pass the message along. But yeah, those were my PDF purchases, and I will be buying within the next. She had responded to me literally right before I started this video, so I have not purchased those compasses, but I will be. Yeah, so that's all my haul. And then the last thing is just the giveaway. So Molly Klein from Molly Klein Designs. Oh, it's crinkly. Tanky. It's okay. Molly Klein from Molly Klein Designs. I had purchased some pins that I could converted into needle minders, and which I talked about in my last video, but she also sent a bag as a giveaway for one of you lucky people. So it's a beautiful bag. I'm just gonna carefully, because of the crinkle, and it's so nicely, I don't want to undo it before I send it, but this is the bag. And in my last video, you had to say the word fall in your comment, and I did the random comment picker online, and the winner was Allison Norris. So Allison, I'll give you a few days to watch this and reach out. Just email me at georgiagirlstitching@gmail.com. After a few days, if I haven't heard from you, I'll comment on your comment. And yeah, and then just try and get back to me as soon as you can, so I can get this out to you. So thank you so much, Molly, for your generosity for a giveaway. I will link her Etsy shop below and her Instagram name if you want to go check out. She does. And it was Sweet Tea Yarns is the name of her yarn dyeing company. She also makes project bags. She has progress keepers, I think is what they were called, for like your knitting. Keep track of like where you started and ended. And then she just has a lot of great stuff on there. So she has knitting bags, cross stitch project bags. She does, I feel like she posts stuff quite often. So I would go check her out if you're interested. Sweet boy. And then, yeah, she's really sweet. I really love Molly. So check her out if you can. And that is all I have written here. So thank you all so much for your constant love and support of our ever-changing, crazy life. Just life in general for April. My mom's birthday is this weekend. So they're coming down to Auburn to celebrate that. We have our doctor prom on Friday, the Soma Gala. Essentially, we all dress up like it's prom again and go have a festive night. It's apparently red carpet Hollywood themed, so I'm sure I'll be posting pictures of that. And then April is just a lot of heads down, 14 hours a day of studying, so pray for me. Yeah, and then May is when it's really crazy life. David graduating officially and moving and all those things. So yeah, that's my life. Love to hear from you guys. I don't have a giveaway this week. I probably won't for a while just because life is so crazy, but thank you all again for your love and support, and have a great April, and I'll see you at the end of this month. Happy stitching, everyone.